coverage you can count on. This is News Channel 8's Good Morning Connecticut.
But folks in Windsor up early for a good cause. The event is Bike MS. Our own Darren Kramer is going to be Grand Marshal for the ride. And this morning, News 8's Crystal Haynes keeping her feet on the ground, but bringing us a live report on the MS bike ride. Good morning, Crystal.
Good morning to you, Aaron. Yeah, you know, the first group, the folks that were doing 100 miles this morning, they just went off. Very exciting morning here in Windsor. I'm back with our friend Karen Butler, who always organizes these events or helps us to be here to organize everything.
That's right. I organize you.
You organize us, the media. So, Karen, tell us a little bit about, you know, we have a lot of goals for this event, but also all year round to help folks with MS.
Right. You know, we try to raise about $5 million each year. As I mentioned before, our walk is, we have a goal of $1.4 million, and that people are still raising funds for that. And this event is going to raise more than $680,000, which is amazing. And all of it goes to help people with MS, whether it be research or programs and services.
How have you seen this event sort of grow over the years? We just spoke to a gentleman off camera from Oakleaf, and he said he went from 1 to 100.
That's right. It's amazing. You know, it's a fun event. People are avid about cycling and health and fitness, so it's a great event for people who don't have MS, but we actually have some people who do have MS. One in particular, he's been riding this ride for every year that we've had it. 30 years. When he first started, he was riding by himself, and then he had his son on the back seat riding, and now his son rides with him.
Wow.
It's amazing. But his MS has progressed to the point that now he rides a cycle that has 3 wheels. So he's still in the fight, and so these kinds of events, they're inspiring.
Absolutely. Lots of great stories. We tell them every year. You can definitely see them on WTNH.com. More information about this as well on WTNH.com. For now, we're live here in Windsor. I'm Crystal Haynes, News 8. Back to you.
But right now, lots of folks getting together in Windsor for a good cause. The event is Bike MS. Our own Darren Kramer serving as Grand Marshal. And News 8's Crystal Haynes on the scene with the bikers in Windsor. We know that this is one of the biggest rides that the MS has. This year, they're expecting 600 riders to saddle up. In fact, riders who are riding 100 miles have already set off on the course. Again, News 8's Darren Kramer is the Grand Marshal. MS has directly affected his family. He has a relative suffering and coping and living with MS. Crystal Haynes on the scene in Windsor with the latest.
Good morning. Certainly it is a very exciting morning here in Windsor. We're at another MS bike ride. Darren Kramer, he's around here somewhere. He's like, I've named him Grand Marshal, but I'm sure he has a more important title than that. But also important are the folks that really fundraise for and raise money and bring folks out here and everyone together around this important cause. Go ahead, introduce yourself to the world here.
Great. I'm Steve Preston. I'm the CEO of Oakleaf Waste Management. We're a company, we just moved up here to the Windsor area. And we have a number of employees actually who suffer from MS, not only in Connecticut, but also in our Atlanta office and up in Canada as well. So we thought this would be a great way for us to show our support to them. Also because we're a new Windsor company, we thought it would be a good way to support the community and be part of an exciting event right here.
And Steve, you brought together a number of riders here today.
Yeah, we have about 100 riders here today. And we decided that not only was it a good cause, but it was a good way to have fun for our employees. So we got a couple of contests going at work. We offered to provide them with Oakleaf jerseys if they registered, and so we're hoping to have a good time here today.
And speaking of those jerseys, we have another person from Oakleaf here. Introduce yourself and tell us, you know, what made you want to come out here today?
Thanks. I'm Dave Platt, and I'm actually not with Oakleaf. I'm with Murtha Kalina, a law firm in Hartford. And I've been riding this event for over 20 years. I think it's one of the best fundraising events for this terrific cause that's out there. Steve and I met a couple of years ago, and we rode this event here last year. And I take my hat off to Steve and his colleagues at Oakleaf because we've gone from one rider last year to over 100 this year, and the amount of money that you can raise with that kind of leverage is just fantastic. It's a real credit to the company.
You know, we cover a lot of these MS Society fundraisers, and I don't think sometimes it doesn't hit home how important it is that folks support this cause. And you know, as you said, it went from 1 to 100 in just 1 year. I mean, why do you think it's important for folks at home to take home the message that, it's important to support this cause?
Well, you know, everybody knows somebody who has MS, or you know somebody who knows somebody who has MS, and the only way that they're ever going to make headway in terms of addressing these terrible diseases is by R&D, and R&D is expensive. So, you know, it's events like this that allow people to come out together, have fun, and do a terrific thing in terms of fundraising. It's easy to fundraise on events like this because people support it. So that's why these are just such great events.
Absolutely. If you want to support it, go to our website, WTNH.com. Lots of information. You can also go to the MS Society's website as well. We have a link there from our website. For now, we're here in Windsor. I'm Crystal Haynes, News 8.